Fighters, the Gaming Gladiators here versus the Kings of the Kings, the exciting matchup for tonight. And once again, you know, these two teams have been dominating in the North America circuit for such a long time. This is a complete classic, guys. So I hope you guys all enjoy this match coming through. Let's take a look at some of the emblems. Festival of Blood has quite been normalized for the carry on the gold lane and even the XP lane. So lots of sustain coming out from both teams. Even the Harith decides to pick up the Festival of Blood. So lots of sustains coming out from both teams. Already an aggressive opening from the side of BTK.
Yo, Cold World off to a good start, right? He's harassing best player in the jungle. A little bit opposite from what we see. Usually we see Gaming Gladiators pulling that trick out of their cards for the Bloodthirsty Kings, but BTK looking like they're ready to take this fight nice and early. Not going to give them the advantage that they normally have inside of the early phase, which is good for them. Cold World, a new addition to the Bloodthirsty Kings. We've seen him on The Simpsons. We've seen him compete on the competitive scene before, and off to a good start to deny Shark from kind of harassing and giving vision on MLBB.
Yeah, and you know, Cold World is actually known to be a player leading a team with a really high early aggression early on, right? So, you know, to see Cold World kind of dominating, especially in this level 1, it's not surprising to me, but it's definitely what BTK needs to be able to kind of get through in this victory. And once again, I think BTK has a very solid chance of getting a victory off of the Gaming Gladiators. Now, we talk about the statistics, it's not so much, but bot side, CC here.
Yeah, a lot of damage. As we are going to see this turtle spawn in, both sides trying to bait out some utility before going in for this objective. Milo, very low, taking some massive damage, forced to kind of recall back to the base. Astro Echo to connect to deny his recall right there. MLBB is going to rotate around, though, trying to find an opportunity. Best player in position for the retribution.
Yeah, on the side of BTK is struggling to even get close to the objective here. The wild charge does come through, but the damage is not followed up. Nicolette is on the backside. BTK able to take the very first kill here.
Yeah, Nicolette is going to get the kill, takes down Shark, but they will lose the first turtles. Gaming Gladiators is able to secure that best player with the retribution, and this is kind of what we've seen normally when these two teams face off. Some heavy crowd control up against a frontline-oriented jungler, MLBB, which kind of hurts him when it comes to taking these neutral objectives. But we know they're a team that knows how to look for the opportunity where necessary. With that first neutral objective going to GG, though, they will have the XP boost, but not the massive advantage since BTK was able to take a kill away from them.
Yeah, that's pretty good for the side of BTK, right? They're able to kind of keep up with the Gaming Gladiators. You know, unfortunately, they did not get the performance, the results that they were looking for in the early on in the day 1 and day 2 of the regular season, but definitely a strong opening for the side of BTK. They're just keeping up with the side of Gaming Gladiators, and I think that's a very good result.
Ooh, big knockup, though. Nicolette with massive damage. Zane will take down Shark, best player. Appraiser's Wrath will be able to dash out of there last second. 2 kills on the board for the side of the Bloodthirsty Kings.
Huge opening from the side of BTK, able to pick up another member. Shark already down 0 and 2. Now, Shark dying is not that big of a deal, especially since he is on that roam position, but definitely is still an advantage for the side of BTK.
Yeah, BTK rotating around, able to take these objectives, even though they were not able to take the first turtle. Stripping off some of the gold plating for that turret on the top side could put Basic in a good position to deal the damage necessary. He's already a counter for the carry, but also having the gold advantage is going to make him even stronger in the gold lane. We are going to see the turtle spawning in 15 seconds, though. Gaming Gladiators, can they take this next objective, or will BTK find a way in?
I do want to point out that the Grok has decided to take the Quantum Charge, and it's quite interesting that we're seeing a lot of roams take the Quantum Charge, right? Matilda, Kaja, and we even got to see an Estus bringing up that spell, so definitely something new in terms of the spells of our roamers, but BTK having the numbers advantage in the turtle pit.
Yeah, look at the turtle, 50% HP, big I'm offended from Shark, best player, finds Nicolette, Cold World. Needing to find an answer. MLBB very low. Shark and Chicken not trying to allow him to get away. Chaining him with CC. Zane still wants this turtle in position for a possible retribution. But best player will be able to claim the second turtle of the game over the Bloodthirsty Kings.
Yeah, and the goal lead is still really close, right? The side of Gaming Gladiators, they're able to get one pick off along with the objective, but the gold lead is still not completely in their favor. So BTK holding on in this series. This is exciting, right? This is pretty much the matchup that we want to see before. And of course, BTK knows Gaming Gladiators just as much as Gaming Gladiators know MobaZane. So it's definitely a matchup that they have been looking for. Now, Gaming Gladiators, in terms of their scaling onto the late game, right? They have the carry, Zia versus Basic here. The carry should have a much substantial late game, especially when he's up in gold. But if carry is topside.
Yeah, Zia caught with the gank from Cold World. Basic able to get the kill with the numbers, but on the bot side, a possible trade. MobaZane will fall. Hoon will be the one to take him down. Milo left by himself to fend off against 3 members of Gaming Gladiators and hitting pretty hard right there. Very low. Shark to be able to take the kill with the chain CC. And that is going to be 2 to 3, 3 to 3 on the board, even in kills for both sides.
And both of those members decide to take the armor boots, right? The Zane and also the CC picking up the armor boots. It is good to deal with a lot of the physical damage coming out from the side of Gaming Gladiators, but the CC chain knockup provided by the Ruby and the Fredrin was just too much to handle for the side of BTK. Now, we do see a small gold lead in place. Retribution comes through, so best player looking to get onto a small engagement.
Yeah, looking to engage in the mid lane. Cold World very low. Appraiser's Wrath for some additional chip damage. MobaZane frontline a lot of the damage, but now caught with the crowd control, over pressuring him. Gaming Gladiators looking to take him down. Hoon will draw the kill. Now a 4 to 3 lead in terms of kills, and also a turret advantage for Gaming Gladiators as they were able. No, actually, no, it's even on turrets. As both sides were able to find a tier 1 turret on opposing lanes.
It is still an advantage for the side of Gaming Gladiators. This is, hard for the side of BTK if you guys are rooting for them. The side of Gaming Gladiators, if they have the advantage, they typically, run away with the game. And this time around, they have the advantage. So BTK is going to be caught up and kind of backed up into a spot that they are going to be quite uncomfortable with. But mid side here, there's 3-man waiting in the bush. But Cole already knows what's going on.
Yeah, Cold World forced to use the wild charge, knocks up Shark. Astro Echo response back from Hoon, connecting to Cold World and Nicolette. Basic joining the battle in the mid lane if they do want to take this fight. Now, when you're looking at the kills, right, you're looking at Hoon already leading the way, highest kills in the game on this Novario, who we typically see banned out of the matches. He is going to be able to provide a lot of utility when it comes to slowing down the team with the Astro Echo and opening up these engagements. But speaking of opening things up, best player frontlining, knocking up MobaZane. Chicken ready to use the Bravest Fighter in the Raging Slash. Milo now going to go ahead and sustain himself, trying to frontline the damage, bait out some utility, but hit with a lot of crowd control. And Zia with the Speedy Light Wheels will shut him down. That is going to be a 1-for-none trade inside of the mid lane.
Gaming Gladiator has always been kind of that team that they're able to solo pick off in a majority of these fights, right? They can get the disengage that they're looking for, and then they get the pick off. And now Hoon, 2, 0, and 3, already having the book into the Lightning Trutchum. Like, this guy has scaled so fast in this series, and he's going to go pretty much undenied every single one of these team fights. BTK, they don't have that backline assassin to look to close the gap onto Hoon, so they're definitely going to have a lot of trouble trying to clear up for him.
Ooh, wild charge from Cold World. Tier 1 turret on top side does fall. Praises Wrath. Cold World will use the flicker to get out with a smidgen of HP back to safety, but Gaming Gladiators claims their second turret of this game, already up by 3 turtles as well, which means they now have controlled the early phase and may be able to claim the tier 1 turret in the mid lane. Milo, Nicolette, and MobaZane in position for the contest will be able to clear out the minions.
Yeah, now Carry already has the gold lead up against the Harriet. This is kind of a bad situation for the side of BTK, right? Harriet is traditionally supposed to be that lane bully to be able to dominate the early game that Zia should not have. But the side of BTK, they're not kind of just falling left and right. The Lord going down the retribution onto the hands of Gaming Gladiators.
Yeah, I mean, look at MobaZane. He's not able to find a window of opportunity to get into the Lord Pit with Shark zoning him out over there on this Ruby, which allows Gaming Gladiators to take another objective under their table without little to no contest. I mean, BTK, they have to find a way to claim this. With this Lord, it looks like Gaming Gladiators is going to push in, try and claim some more of these turrets, possibly go in for a tier 1 turret siege in the mid lane.
Yeah, and Gaming Gladiators, they didn't have the opening that they were looking for. Shark got pretty much taken off the board twice, but now Gaming Gladiators really ramping up the production here.
Ooh, massive Astro Echo and a siege for the tier 1 turret. Gaming Gladiators opening up the mid lane in their favor. Cold World hit with a lot of crowd control. Stunned. Shark trying to keep him at bay. Forced to use the wild charge. Back to safety. Lord on the bot side. Marching toward the tier 2 turret.
And Gaming Gladiators, once again, they have the lead advantage. It's about a 4K gold lead, 10 minutes in. It's not a significant, a complete one-sided domination, but the gold lead definitely still paints the picture for the side of Gaming Gladiators to have the success that they have been pretty much throughout any game of these series, right? Zia completely farmed up here. He probably has, or going towards that Demon Hunter sword, is just going to scale infinite towards that late game. And also Hoon, completely, untouched in this series. And I'm offended.
4-man set. Shark on fire with the Ruby. I'm offended. Catching Basic, catching Chicken, catching Zane. Maybe if we get some more. Cold World is going to take down Chicken. That's going to be a 2-for-3 trade. Nicolette finds Shark. My goodness, Yue. Both teams giving it their all, but Gaming Gladiators slightly ahead as they have forced BTK down to their inhibitor turrets.
Yeah, it's a bloodbath there coming out from both teams. The BTK, the 5K gold lead is just a little bit too much for the side of BTK to handle. I think they have to pick the fights a little bit more carefully, right? They have to see if they can catch onto Hoon or catch onto Zia before they can even initiate onto the front side tanks, because quite honestly, Shark dying, Chicken dying, that's fine. They're willing to trade 2 to 3 members for those 2 kills. But BTK, they have to try to find a way to on the backside. If Hoon completely just is untouched every single one of these team fights, if Zia is getting out alive with full HP, it's going to be too hard for them to handle.
Yeah, 3-man setup there. I thought it was 4, but Basic didn't get caught with it. You're going to see Zia take down Mobazane off that play. Chicken find Cold World, but then a couple of members from BTK fell themselves as Nicolette is going to go ahead and shut down Shark as well in that engagement. Gaming Gladiators on the aggressive standstill, trying to get an early finish up against the Bloodthirsty Kings.
Yeah, dominating performance once again. 6.5K gold lead, 12 minutes in. Gaming Gladiators pretty much got everything that they need from all these teams fights. And the Lord, now it is going to be an enhanced Lord marching down. I don't think BTK has the ability to contest in this objective. And even if they can, Shark, with the pools coming through, he was able to get a 3-man set onto the backside of BTK. Like, this man is making so much impact all around the map. Even with 2 deaths, he has the confidence, and that just smells a lot of trouble for the side of BTK.
Yet another objective will go in their hands with little to no contest. Milo, you've been trying to find a way in for opportunity, but it is just not there. Almost an 8,000 gold difference between GG and BTK so far at the 13-minute mark. And for the side of BTK, I mean, they're not necessarily out yet, but there's a lot of insurance for Gaming Gladiators if they do make a mistake. I mean, they've only lost 1 turret so far. They have a major gold deficit, and if BTK even tries to take this fight with the Luminous Lord, it can smell disasters. Gaming Gladiators is one of those teams, you give them a step, they take a mile.
Yeah, and now Gaming Gladiators with the ability to sink the waves. Great, right? They got the Lord marching down on one of the side lanes, which is perfect for them to kind of siege in and try to get a pick off here. But for BTK, right, they still have the lane clears available. The Boxia can provide a little bit of lane clear. Harith also does quite well. Grok also has the first skill to be able to kind of just smack the waves. So definitely on the defensive end, BTK still has it in them. But in terms of the team fight, Shark has been just so good with I'm Offended.
And the base has been cracked open for the Bloodthirsty Kings. Gaming Gladiators knocking for a possible victory. BTK with the response. So Milo very low. Zia, Speedy Light Wheels will find him. 1 member down for the Bloodthirsty Kings, and the inhibitor will fall in the mid lane. BTK on the back end, trying to hold him off. Another member falls. Zia with the double kill finds Mobazane. Triple knock up the wild shots from Cold World. Fight Chicken will find Nicolette. Basic. Very low. Zia. Rushing in Bahoon will be able to get the kill. Last second, Cold World by himself. A quick finish for the side of Gaming Gladiators as Cold World by himself. Not enough to contest. And Gaming Gladiators, they're going to go in for the kill. Full brutality right now for the first match of the day as GG will shut down BTK in game number 1.
13-5 is the overall scoreboard. 14-minute dominating performance coming out for the side